the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Black Knights taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Washington football team. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the 2nd overall selection back in 2017, but when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost. There, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Trubisky. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run the toss now with Gibson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Blankenship's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying, thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now he spiked it on 3rd down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising